me actually use some of that Aventus before I have to send it away. I'm sorry, James. I'm gonna have to use a little bit more of it. So good. Guys, by the way, guys, if you haven't got yourself a bottle of Creed Aventus, you're missing out. You're missing out. This is the Panda. This is the Rolex Panda of fragrances. My wife doesn't look impressed. Okay. Man, the light is so harsh. So harsh. Alright, let me just fix this up. Okay. Oh, all right. Man, I had the hardest day of my life. Just pummeled by work. But let's see, who do we have in here tonight? Jay Wright first. Thank you, Jay Wright. Paul M, Dom, Logan Hall. Happy Saturday, Biker-roonies. Oh, you know, today's Saturday. I forget that it's Saturday because I work on Saturdays. It really sucks to be working on Saturdays. Oh, Toffee Apple 68. Thank you for your upvote. By the way, guys, if you're watching the show, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Got Marty Evans. Thank you. Marco. Hello, how's it going? Oh, by the way, this reminds me, let me drop the invite link. If anybody wants to come onto the show and talk watches, discuss your collection with me, this could be a good time to do it. Red Shuffle, if it looks like that, I want it. The question is, was it worth? What would you guys buy at this point in time? The Summit or the Explorer 2? Let me know in the comments below. Is it Explorer 2 or the Summit? There's, you know, Explorer 2s were considered the dogs of the Rolex professional range, but maybe Rolex will be able to elevate it. We'll see. Van Lux, this wager sure makes things interesting at Showcase. Yeah, this is... It's sure, you know, it's weighing on my mind. It's weighing on my mind. Paige, what up? Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn, Q or B train in the house. I love both of those trains. B, Q. This is the stuff that that has brought me to and from school for many, many years. Everest equals Explorer 1. Oh, by the way, I'm going to talk about this because apparently I missed a whole bunch of subliminal messages over here. Ooh, and we got Mr.2, $2.22. Thank you, Mr.2. By the way, guys, if you haven't subscribed to the Mr.2's place, I'm going to drop a link. 1 second. Mr.2 has done a first stream today. Choose place on YouTube. Let's see. Oh, I found it. You have to go and check it out. I'm just gonna drop the link. Here you go. Check it out. It's it's additional content for when it's nighttime in New York. So it's tailored for the Australian market. Very cool of Mr. 2 to do that when he has the free time. Archie was there. I saw Casey Aquatics was there. They had a lot of fun, but it was like 7 in the morning for me. I was completely passed out at that point. Paul M. Explorer 2, if they make it a bit smaller for me. Ooh, I don't think Rolex can go back in size. Can they really? Because if you think about it, right? Like logically, everything Rolex does is for a reason and for improvement. I don't wait. Actually, they did went back on the Datejust, right? They did make a Datejust, I think 42 millimeters, and then they slimmed it down. So okay, okay, fair enough, fair enough. Maybe was it the Datejust 2? Yes. Maybe they will go back. So I was gonna say that Rolex never goes back in size, but fair enough. Fair enough. I don't think they will do it, but we'll see. Sparkles, explore it too if it rolls out as shown. Man, people want their Explorer 2s. Can Chunk at Hey Tim, do you reckon that the new Explorer 2 could be the reissue of the beige dial, like the classic 16550? Hey, Mr. 2, how's it going?
Hey Tim, good morning. Well, it's good morning where I am. I've got my husky morning voice on for you.
Thank you so much. I was watching a portion of the morning stream that you guys did on your YouTube channel.
Thank you for the shout out, much appreciated.
No,
And
no, it's my pleasure.
a, a, a lot of the thanks has to go to you, the guys, Arch, of course.
Mm.
Um, I think we were at 135 subscribers. That just blew my mind. I was not expecting that at all. And I think about three or 400 views already on that live
Wow.
stream. It's just gone insane, guys. And uh, amateur hour, Tim. I couldn't believe it.
I like the
Here's
beginning.
here's me, Mr. Smartass, thinking, oh, I've got this, I've got this. Let's play some
Yeah.
music, and then I'm gonna talk over it and introduce the stream. Little did I know, everyone is just sitting there staring at a picture in complete silence. And then I let Arch in, and I'm talking to him, and all I'm hearing back is him going, "It's the Birkins here," and he just kept saying it. I'm thinking, has Arch gone mental? Has he gone absolutely nuts? Have I got a nutcase on my very first show? And then I realized he can't hear a word I'm saying, and he's sitting there in complete silence on my show. Oh, it was just, I was
It was
devastated.
it was beautiful.
So, here, Arch, just do my whole
Yeah.
first show for me,
Yeah.
thanks.
Archie looked like he wandered into someone else's apartment and just
He
started
did.
talking to himself.
He was in my house, man,
Yeah.
and there was no one else there.
Oh my god, it was so funny. I watched that whole thing. I was like, "Oh my god, this is so good." Because I remember this happened to me, and you know, fair enough, episode 1, but that happened to me episode 30 or something like that. So, I mean, these things are tricky. It just it seems easy, but man, it's
You're
hard.
so right. Yeah,
Yeah.
you are correct. For those who don't know, when you are hosting the live stream, you actually have to not only have a look at what all the punters are saying, you select all the messages that you want to display, but you also have to take into account your guests and what sort of view that you have. Like Tim has the split view at the moment, and then you're also engaging in just the conversation.
Yeah.
So it's yeah. Look, I got to hand it to you guys. There's a bit of a skill and a lot of learning curve, but
Mm,
no, much appreciated for all your support, guys.
mm. But that was so much fun. That was so much fun. And Mr. GMT came on. Ah, it was wonderful.
So that was another another stuff up. So we thought, okay, we'll stick to 40 to 60 minutes for the live stream. 2.5 hours later, I'm sitting there going, I understand what Tim goes through now. This stuff just keeps on going.
It's just
So
never ends.
yeah, I don't think we'll do. We'll try and stay away from such a long stream like
Mm,
that
yeah,
next time. It's
it's
easier
hard.
for you
It's
guys
hard.
to rewatch too.
I I don't know how Archie used to do like 30-minute streams, and they were running out of content by the end of the stream, and now it's got to the
Sure.
point where Archie's 1.5 hours seems like nothing, and then it's just. But hey, I mean that just goes to show how engaged the community is, and people are having fun. That's why it's so hard. It's so hard
Exactly.
because yeah, we have a lot to say, and there's gonna be so many breaking news right now. So, by the way, I had a viewer of mine point out that so that was the shot of Mount Everest. This is the polar, right? We have the northern lights, and that's also some kind of a very specific cave, very famous cave that we see here. Which I thought, oh, because when I saw this, I was just only paying attention to the watch, trying to understand it. But rewatching it is just interesting. What are they trying to tell us? What are they trying to tell us? Well, obviously it's going to be the Polar Explorer. Oh, are they going to do a Polar Explorer without the black indices? Is that a possibility? I don't know. I don't know. But Mr. Two, are you excited in any way for Explorer 2s, or you haven't given them a single thought?
No, I've liked the Explorer too.
Hmm.
I like the concept. I like the idea. I wouldn't mind having one.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't rank near the top though of my must-have list.
Yes.
Um, However, I did mention to Arch last night on the show, and it'd be interesting to get your thoughts. So
Hmm.
before this website was updated, probably
Yes.
about a month ago, I was in the local authorized the AD,
Mm-hmm.
and I mentioned it to them. Hey, I'm pretty sure that they're going to be releasing some sort of new Explorer, and they said they definitely will be.
Hmm.
If you want one, and he said it very quietly
Huh.
and turned his back to anyone else, and he just said, "If you come in here on the morning that that thing is released, I'll
Wow.
get your name on the wait list, and I'll get you one within 6 months."
Wow.
And
Wow.
I mean, it's still 6 months. It's not like he's
Yeah.
going to get me one straight away, but
Yeah.
um, I thought, okay, that's quite
That's
interesting.
pretty cool. Yeah.
But at the same time, this is where I think I might be able to introduce something a bit different. I'm thinking of getting a day date. Do I go
Oh.
in there and pitch for a discount on it? Which I'm uncertain because I'm looking at the prices of day dates. I don't
Yeah.
see anything going under retail on a day date anymore.
Yeah.
Um, do I go in there and say, hey, I want a discount on this day date? Or if or when they tell me that's not going to happen,
Yeah.
do I push them to bundle it? Okay, full retail, day date, take my money now
Yeah.
or a deposit now, but I also want you to commit to getting me one of these new Explorers as soon as you can.
Hmm. Here's the thing. I would personally, I if I were to get the day date, I think I would look to get two steel sports to go along with that watch. The question is though, then becomes, so for example, are there any other steel sports that you're interested in?
People are probably going to laugh, but
Mm.
I really like the Year King. I
Oh.
know it's what would probably be. I don't know if it's the right description, but the dog of the sports line. Is it the Air King? I kind of feel that it might be.
Yeah.
Or is it the
Yeah.
Yachtmaster?
No, 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 no. The Yachtmaster, see here, people want it to be a dog because it's so expensive and just a lot of people can't afford it. Personally, I freaking love the Air King. It's just the way it feels in the hand and on the wrist. There's just something very satisfying about it. It's just so expensive. Like so, comparing a Yachtmaster to a Submariner, that's additional like $6,000, 4 to 6 thousand. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. So, um, I think it's just the fact that it's so expensive. But let's just quickly JB, €5 50. Tim and Mr.2, I can get a Polar 2 40 mil next week. Great condition, box and papers, €6,700. Should I get it? Let me just convert this to US dollars. What do you think about that?
Ooh, isn't that like 9,000 US? Or close to, no? Actually,
No,
I think it's less than that.
7,800, and he says it's great condition, box and papers.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you grab it. You
Yeah, that's a
grab it.
great deal.
Those are not going to be coming. Those deals. So, for example, Burping Hard, he got I think without a box and papers, right? Or he got without papers.
Yeah, without papers and without a
Yeah.
box. But it was minty.
Oh,
It still got the sticker on the back and whatever.
fair enough. But it was $800 cheaper. So I think yeah, you grab Explorer 2, super collectible, especially with the release of these new Explorers. I think they're going to lose that dog association. Where at the moment, like I think Marco, I think it was you who was saying like there are two tiers of professional models. There is the top tier, and then at the bottom tier. And in the bottom tier, it's like the Air King, the Explorer 1, Explorer 2.
Right. So the top tier is GMT, Sub, and Daytona, and then bottom tier is everything else. That's the point, right? Is like it's kind of separated in terms of desirability, purely on desirability. I think.
Yeah, but I think if this new Explorer 2 comes out swinging, it can actually make the Explorer 2 as desirable as I think it should be.
I think
it'll be up there with the Sub and the GMT, won't it? It'll
Absolutely.
be that triple tier now. We've got the GMT, the Sub, and the Explorer. Depending on what that thing is.
Yeah.
Have we all concluded that thing does have a ceramic bezel yet?
No, not yet.
Jury's still out, right?
Well, it's not going to have a ceramic bezel. It might have a ceramic insert, and that's my bet with the showcase. I don't think it will. But I don't think it will on principle because I just want to wish it into not having it, right? It's all psychology. I'm just trying to like psychologically will it into not existing. Showcase on the other hand, he's more more reasonable, and he thinks that they will actually put it in there. I'm willing to lose a bottle of Aventus on it. I don't care. I think
Logan Hall was saying the bottom tier, Air King, Explorer 1, mid tier. Actually, I would put personally.
Yeah.
I'd put the Milgauss in there too. I'd put the bottom tier as the Milgauss Air King Explorer 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's got what the mid tier is Explorer 2, Sub. Mid tier. Oh, okay. So you've got the mid tier as the sports line, and then you go up to the Daytona, and you put the GMTs up there too. That's interesting. You don't put Subs up the top.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I would say Sub is definitely top tier.
I think so too. Yeah, it's got to be up there.
And Explorer 2, just to react to what you guys are saying, 100% Explorer 2 can become top tier. It's a discount GMT. Literally, it's a GMT Master 2 at a discount. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. And also, I wouldn't be surprised by a ceramic insert, Tim, because they like when you can replace stuff, when you service it, because it's free money for them. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, JJ, you're here. You're with us.
Hey, man. Now I am. I wrote that before.
Oh, okay.
Hey, JJ, and hey, Mr. GMT.
My
what's going on, guys?
You guys never rest.
24-hour
Workaholics.
content stream. Exactly.
So this is my life now, the life of a YouTuber. I don't sleep. I'm hunting for edibles. I hope I don't chew my arm off. I can't stop chewing, guys. What does that mean?
Hey, Mr.2. I'm
Yeah,
very,
JJ.
I'm very nervous. I'm nervous about the new Rolex release. Do you think you could help?
JJ, you got to give me warning. I'm not a pro. All I've got is this. See, and I'm sorry, guys, because that doesn't sound like Will. That sounds a little bit too wet.
Right. Yeah, he has more of a dry sense of humor and a dry fart.
Yeah, but Marco,
Will sounds a
Becky's
little
here.
bit more like this.
Good morning. Oh,
By the way, Mr.
Huh?
2, I just want to say I love the stream. I'm sorry I couldn't make it on the panel. It was too early even for me.
That's Will.
That's it.
Hey, Will, where is he? I can smell him.
The best part of the live stream was the beginning when Archie was on by himself. I said, "This is great."
Yeah, he finally did shit for free, guys. He finally
I was
did shit
horrified,
for-
guys. As someone who's kind of like a perfectionist, I was sitting there thinking, why is he just saying the Bergens are here? The Bergens are here. I'm thinking, has Arch gone fucking crazy? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I beat myself. Has he gone crazy? Because is this what happens to Arch at nighttime? Does he go a bit mental? And then then I realized, oh my gosh, I didn't let myself in. I have been talking for the past 5 minutes to absolutely no one.
Oh, you were talking before that?
I introduced.
I remember writing in the room like, "Hey, you got to let yourself in. You're backstage." And
I saw that afterwards. I was like, "Oh, JJ's so onto it. He knows I haven't let myself in." But there was music during the whole waiting period, and then I introduced the concept of the show, and then I let everyone into the lounge room, but no one heard anything. And then
we were
sitting
actually
in my
writing
lounge.
in the comments too. We were writing in the comments. You're late like Archie. You're late like Archie.
I saw that people going, "Oh, your Rolex is way out of time," just like Arch, and I'm thinking, "Oh, this is really weird." And then Arch is just sitting there by himself in the lounge room, just twiddling his thumbs.
That was so funny. I was cracking up. I thought it was great.
Yeah, because
Oh,
your
well.
music is attached to your like picture. So because
Correct.
you haven't let yourself into the stream, the music wasn't there.
Amateur hour, guys. I thought when you click the big red "Go Live" button, it throws you in there, but it
Yeah,
doesn't.
how would we
You
supposed
can
to
let
know
yourself
this?
in before you go live. That's what you're supposed to do.
Oh, okay.
Like
So
you could even
that's
let other
another-
people in before you go live as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh gosh. Anyway, we'll sort that out for next time. But look, I had a lot of fun. It went on way longer than I expected, but yeah, a lot of fun, guys. Hey, Lolex, what's up? How you feeling, buddy?
I feel like shit, but I'm
Oh.
alive.
What? Oh, it was.
Oh,
the
sorry.
kissing.
Didn't mean to curse. My bad. Tim.
Oh,
Hey,
Lolex,
I just
look
wanted to
at
let you
this.
know, Tim, I set up Sunday Fun Day for tomorrow already. This way, there's no confusion.
That's really good. That's really
All
good.
right.
Thank
I put it up for 9 p.m. This way, after Archibald, we're gonna have an Easter special,
Mm.
a little treat.
Check this out. We have the man, the legend, the Panda on the West.
Ooh.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, Showcase.
Yes. Showcase.
Showcase, how's it going? How you feeling? How's that Daytona treating you?
Oh, never mind the Daytona. I'm just looking forward to smelling like you.
It smells like Daytona feels on the
Oh
way.
my goodness. Guys, Archie's playing the 80 games.
He is?
Wow, what do you
What do you
mean?
mean?
He just bought a Hermes blanket. He just uploaded it now.
No, it was a
No,
towel.
it's a
It was
towel.
That's a towel. Wait, did he say
Yeah.
this to us?
No, he said it yesterday, last night on the stream. when we were
Marco,
on the
you
couch.
didn't watch the Mr.2's Play stream? He
Listen,
announced
I
it.
fell asleep halfway, guys. I fell asleep halfway. I couldn't.
That's
It's so
understandable.
early.
That's fine.
How could you, Marco?
He scared me actually because he said, "I've got another unboxing, Hermes unboxing," and I thought, "Oh my god, he's bought another one." This
Yeah,
is
we were like,
insane.
what the?
And then he said, no, it's a towel. And then I thought, oh my God, he stole a towel from the Hermes bathroom.
Whoa,
Oh,
Lolex,
what do we
let's see.
got there? Take this comment
What do you
down,
got?
Tim, so we can see.
Yeah. Wow.
I got the new
What
class
is it?
on it too, guys.
Oh, nice. Are you happy with it?
Yeah, I love it. The new clasp is awesome because it has micro adjustments on it. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
That's
nice.
that's exactly like the one I just that's coming Monday.
Wow.
Has like a 5mm adjustment or 7mm adjustment, something
Yeah.
like that, right?
It's like, I don't know how many it goes out to, but there's 4 spots on it, so you can wear it really loose when it gets hot out, which is nice. Yeah, I like it.
Is that a thing you can do? Is that a thing that Omega allows, or is that from a Seamaster and you put it onto a Speedmaster?
No, it came from. I thought it came from a Planet Ocean, but apparently it came from some sort of Speedmaster. I don't know which one. That's what
It's actually on the one I got, the Tokyo 2020, the special edition.
Is that
comes
it?
That comes with those, yeah.
Okay, yeah, it
Oh,
came
wow.
from, I guess, one of those Speedmasters, and you just had to get end links for it too, and they installed it in the store for you. So
Oh.
it makes it a little more wearable. I like it.
Showcase. How come? What's the? Tell us about the Panda. Tell us about what changed now that you have it. We read your comment. Marco read it on the stream.
Well, a few people.
By the way, we're all happy for you too, by the way. Really are. Congratulations, brother.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, man, that's beautiful, bro.
That's beautiful.
Well, Mr.
That is
GMT,
beautiful, man.
Mr. GMT, your Kermit, that is next level cool. That is just a beautiful watch. So congratulations on that one.
Thank you, my man. Really appreciate it.
Yeah,
It was a bit of a stretch. It was a bit of a stretch to get it, but I'm glad I got it now. You know.
Someone once told me it's gotta hurt, man. It's gotta hurt.
Definitely.
Gotta hurt.
Stretch you had to do.
The Panda nearly killed me.
Yeah, I could imagine, my man. I could imagine.
Double retail. Oh,
Jesus.
That's not bad.
But
That's not bad.
But
That's bad.
are you? How do you feel now that you got it?
I'll be back later. I gotta just mute this for a little bit.
Okay,
All right,
JJ.
you take it. How do you feel now that you got it in hand, my man?
It's not like buying a watch. It's the first watch I've ever bought that doesn't feel like buying a watch. It's just next level. It's a next level thing. It's almost like having artwork. It doesn't feel like a tool watch. Usually I've bought tool watches. I've always bought tool watches. This is the one watch that I will not mix cement in. This is the one watch that I will not be wearing for. This is special occasion. I never thought I'd own a special occasion watch.
Wow.
This is it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fair enough.
So you're getting rid of the 3/8 right, Showcase?
I'm going to get rid of the 3861. I've got the 1861 coming back.
Nice.
So the guy who I sold mine to, I contacted him and just said, you're wearing the watch. I'm thinking of getting another one. He said, well, funny you mention it. I haven't worn it a great deal. I'll sell it back. So he sold it back to me for what I sold it to him for.
Nice.
So I'm getting the thing is, because I've got the Panda, I want the Speedmaster to me is more like an emotional attachment watch.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, the Speedmaster is just a cool one. Just it's the moon watch. The 3861 hasn't been into space. It never will go into space. The 1861 is a genuine tool watch. It is a genuine evolution of the Speedmaster, whereas the 3861 isn't an evolution. It's they've taken the best bits of all the different Speedmasters and put it into one watch.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. It's not a natural continuation of the line. It's something else.
Can I just say I handled it yesterday, and the bracelet I absolutely hated. I absolutely hate the new bracelet on the new Speedmaster.
Wow.
I don't like what I'm hearing, guys.
The clasp, and I'm not even exaggerating, the clasp
Too
is
small.
not that big.
It's way too small.
It's tiny. It's so tiny.
Do you know the problem with that watch?
Why do you reckon they've done that?
I have no idea. What was the point of that, Jake?
I mean, we said that we wanted tapering bracelets from Omega, and it's like we say we want this, and they give us like the other extreme. You know what I mean? Like,
well, this is what I've said about Omega in the past. I mean, I've said this 100 times about Omega. What they do is they can the head of the watch. So if you take the head, the dial, the bezel, the movement is perfection. It's great. Yeah. but then they'll fake something else up. So they just try and do too much at
Like
once.
that clasp, it doesn't have a micro adjustment, right?
No,
Right.
not at
No,
all.
it only has two adjustments on it.
What?
I don't understand how hard it is to put a micro adjustment clasp on a Speedmaster. It's just put it on the watch. It makes it so much better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Hold on, guys. SE 20 euro is a big question. Just about to flick a Tudor GMT, Omega 300, PAM Luminor, Navitimer B01, and Datejust 41, plus 4K extra for only one watch. The 116518LN Champagne. Black subdials. Let's bring it on the screen.
I got it for you.
Is that white
Okay,
gold?
cool, cool.
I got you. I got you guys. I got you guys.
Holy shit. Holy shit. With black subdials, do you think this trade up in quality is worth the loss of quantity? What other watches do you have left? Beside, what are you gonna be left with? Just a quick.
Yeah, let us know in the
addition.
chat.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
just-
cool. I like that.
It is. Me too.
Yeah, I think
Alright.
it's definitely a worthy trade.
I said that yesterday. That's like the best kind of looking to me. Like Daytona on the rubber, yellow gold Daytona with the rubber strap.
But you know what I noticed about that is, I noticed it looks pretty small on his wrist, right there.
On this
It
guy's
doesn't-
wrist, yeah.
Yeah. It looks pretty small.
No, I mean Daytona. It is quite a. It's a kind of gentleman's watch. You know, it's a dress. It's a special piece. It's not for. It's not a everyday kind of thing.
It's not for Mr.2.
Yeah, no. But you know, like it almost kind of harkens back to the days of thin dress watches. It's kind of a modern thin dress watch. It's also going to be heavy because that rubber strap and everything. But this guy has huge freaking shovels
You're right.
of
It
wrist.
does look small. It's bringing back flashbacks. But
Mm.
I mean, since Showcase got his one, I've been in the mood.
Showcase,
Get it.
showcase,
Get it.
show it to us on your wrist. Show the Panda on
Yeah.
your wrist.
Hold on.
Let's see what it. What size your wrist?
7.25.
7.25. Okay,
That's
here we
the
go.
same as mine. That's
a big
about
wrist.
what I've got.
You know what they say about big wrists?
Yeah,
Hey.
that's a
Perfect.
perfect size.
Bam.
It's good, man. It looks so sexy.
Yeah, I love it, but I was vibing.
That
There you
looks
go.
gorgeous, man.
Damn, dude.
That looks absolutely gorgeous.
Amazing.
Wear it in good health, my friend.
Thank you.
Just really quickly, Van Lux, $7. What happens to my spot on the wait list if the watch I'm waiting for gets discontinued?
Don't believe the wait lists.
Does it,
Yeah, there's no
Wait,
such thing
okay.
as a wait list.
Does it just roll over to the new model, or do you go back on? No. What happens is that there's actually, you might still be able to get the watch because they don't get discontinued that quickly. It depends how long, but if you lose the waiting list, you have to talk to your AD, right? And you can switch from one waiting list to a different one. Obviously, they'll put you kind of ahead. Also, so for example, if you were on the waiting list for Pepsi, right, and then Pepsi gets discontinued, and you want the root beer, they might actually put you on the front for the root beer. I'm just saying. But no, you don't lose. You don't have to start from the beginning of the waiting list. Okay?
That's if you've got a nice AD.
Yes.
Like I don't have a high opinion of ADs, especially after what I've heard here.
Yeah.
They're absolute. I hate them.
Ooh, and SC says that it's none. That he's going to trade. So basically, trades in his whole collection.
Ooh, just for that one?
All in, moves everything in.
What? Everything? That's a
Everything.
bit. Yeah, man. That's a bit much. I want.
That's crazy.
Oh, I'd say
this
do
is
it, man.
so
I'd say
painful.
do it. I'd say do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
If you'd have asked me 72 hours ago, I'd have said
Yeah.
you're crazy, but do it. Daytona is next level, and I
But
never
Tim, pull up
thought
pull
I'd
up
say
that
that.
picture I just brought because it's probably better.
You know,
It's on a normal
the-
size wrist.
Yeah.
the question that I have for him is how much is he outlaying as well? Because he said he's giving cash.
What is your wrist size as well?
Yeah.
Well, Mr. GMT, you just went through a similar exercise, right? So you got rid of a two-tone pre-ceramic Rolex plus
Yes.
a Navi timer plus
Yes.
some cash to get
Yes.
your Kermit. You're clearly happy with the decision, right?
Yeah.
Of course I am. Yes, I am, because I know that this watch I would never had the opportunity to get again. That's why I jumped on it straight away. And the previous time I tried to do the same, something similar, which, as you guys probably already know, it went within seconds, man. As soon as I mentioned it, it was gone. So you got to be quick with these things. So yes, I do not. But my scenario is a little bit different to that, because I'll tell you why. See, that watch there, you can get it at the moment anytime. Yeah.
Oof, that's a big wrist, man. 7.5 inches.
Well, that's the same as Showcase.
That's me.
Showcase.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's a bigger wrist. I mean, it depends your taste. If you're fine with a smaller watch, because Mr. 2, you didn't like the Daytona, and James likes his. You know what I mean?
Actually, so James, you got a 7.5-inch wrist.
So yes, it's somewhere between 7.25, somewhere 7.5 thereabouts.
Can we see another wrist shot? Thanks. I need to see this. I need to see how this weird.
It's definitely a much like it does. It's much smaller than like a Speedy, for example, James.
Yeah. But interestingly, it's not small. It doesn't wear smaller than the 3861 Speedmaster, because
Well, they're the same size, right?
No, the Speedmaster is 42 mil. This is on 40. But what they've done with the Speedmaster is, because they put it on that
That's
more
true.
feminine bracelet, it slimmed it down.
Huh.
But
I reckon the two-tone I had looked to me, it wore smaller. I don't know, maybe that gold band through the middle and the bezel. To me, it looked smaller. That looks a little bigger.
Watches and Giggle, $2. How long until James flicks the Daytona?
Do you know what I think?
When
Do you know what I think it is?
price.
Do you know what I think it is?
$75,000 used.
I think it's because it all blends in with the silver, because always darker colors make you look skinnier. You know what I mean? It brings things down. Where the silver brings things up. It actually makes it look more. It gives a presentation of a bigger feel. So bigger people like to wear.
I think the white dial does that as well. I think
Yes, that's where I was going with it. Yeah.
I think like the Explorer 2, if you look at the black dial, like the one I've got, it doesn't feel like a big watch. But if you look at the Polar, I've tried that on before, and that felt like a dinner plate on the wrist.
Actually, that must be it, because the two-tone that I had was a black dial, and I do feel that the Panda looks like it wears a bit bigger.
Yeah.
Interesting. I thought I heard that this guy went into watch retirement, and everyone was congratulating him. And look what happened. It's a sickness, guys. It's a sickness.
Well, I did hint to it. So when Archie was giving me the advice of put all the Amigas in the bank safe, and what, I already sort of had the plan of, if you work out how much I sold all my Amigas for, it was more or less it bought the Daytona. So that's sort of what I was thinking. But then I talked myself out of it, and then talked myself back into it, and then I spoke to Austin Daniels, and Austin talked me back into it, and it was a bit to and fro. But
wow,
You know,
guys,
that I
just
was-
make sure that
I'll-
you are upvoting. Please like,
Yes.
comment, and subscribe. Now, just really quickly, let's get back to this, to the answer. So we have a Tudor GMT. Can we do the math on this? What are these watches worth? Like Tudor GMT, what, that's 4,000, right? Omega,
Yep.
300, that's another 4,000. Luminor, Pam Luminor, that's 4,000. Navi Timer B01, oh, that's like 6, 7, 8,000. How much is that?
18 so far.
18.
Oh.
Day Just 41. That's like 10,000.
Brand new, yeah.
So what is
Oh, you probably
28 plus 4,000. So that's 32,000. That's not
So
bad.
he's selling these privately, I'm assuming. So he's not getting shafted by a dealer.
No,
So
I think he's
it's
trading it into a dealer. I think that's
Correct,
about
yeah.
to
That's
flick
what.
the tutor. Okay. So then you have to assume that there's a profit being made by the dealer. So lower all of your prices by what, 20%?
Well, I
Yeah.
think the dealer is looking that the Daytona is at like peak. It's been skyrocketing, and those watches, the Tudor GMTs, he's getting them at a bargain price. I mean, those are all really good quality. Like if you look at this collection, it's quite a gorgeous collection. I mean, he picked out amazing pieces. I mean,
Yeah,
this guy
they
has
are.
been
They're beautiful.
right. Look at it. It's gorgeous. A Tudor GMT. It could have been the Tudor North Flag or something like that. But this guy picked the best Tudor. Omega 300, again, probably the best Omega. Pam Luminor, again, Navy Timer. Datejust 41. It just shows a lot of good taste and a lot of knowledge. I think the cool thing for him, if he does trade these in, gets the Daytona, and he says it's privately. He gets the
Ah,
Daytona, and
okay.
check this out. He can start the journey again. You know, he can
I
get.
like his car analogy. He's got
Oh
the, I'm sure, 1911 will do more for me than 5 BMW 3s. I'm assuming
yeah,
M3s. Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
definitely.
exactly. And then the hunt can continue. You know, you got these great pieces, you experienced them. Now you can try something else. You know, you didn't have the Speedy in there. Maybe next watch in the next year you pick up a Speedy. You add the Speedy to, or maybe you pick up whatever, something else. With Tudor comes out with something else next year. But having
These are
that
go-
one,
these are going above retail at the moment, aren't they?
oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
impossible to get. Any Daytona right now is impossible. Gold Daytonas, any Daytona is just mission impossible. So grabbing it, and I don't think that's a really bad price, just math wise.
Box and papers, everything. Did he say?
I hope so. Um,
Well,
let me
Mr.
just.
GMT, so you've just been through this as I have. So I consolidated all my Amigas into a Panda. You've
Yes.
consolidated your watches into a Kermit.
Two of
If
them. Yes. Yes.
if somebody said to me now, right, you can have all your Amigas back, all your Amigas back, you can revert to how you were a few weeks ago and give up the Daytona. Would you do it? I would say 100% definitely not. What about yourself? Would you if
No
someone said
way.
you're
Honestly,
happy?
but I've got my reasons why. It's not that I'm happy, and you shouldn't ever look at a watch as an investment, as we all do, right? But we still do look at them, and that's just the way it is. We still do look at them as an investment.
Yeah,
But I believe my watch, the watch that I have, will in time will skyrocket above a lot more other Rolexes that are out there at the moment, especially the ones that I had,
yeah,
especially the two-tone and stuff that I had. So I would never go back because there was nothing special about, well, especially the two-tone that I had, was there was nothing special, really that special that I thought it would, actually bring me some profit back if I need to. But I don't believe I'll ever sell it. I will. These are things that I want to hand down to my kids. It's something that I believe it would be memories as well that they see me wearing and having. So for me, I would never, and I want them to actually get something out of it if they need to,
Yeah.
in the future. Do you know what I mean? So I just don't want to give them something that's because I'm so passionate about it and I spend so much money and time and effort and being on these streams as well, being with you guys. They see that I'm 100% passionate. So I would really like to live in something special. And I
Yeah.
believe that the Kermit that I bought is something special.
yeah,
So yeah, that's the way that I think anyway.
That's so
yeah.
cool.
If that
SE,
sums it all
thank
up
you
for
so
you.
much for becoming a staff writer of my YouTube channel.
Congratulations.
So, it's really highly appreciated. Oh, and he says it's box and papers. So just looking at the Rolex retail, the US dollars, it goes for $2,500, right? You add taxes to it, that's that's the price that it goes for. He's not. I don't think he's losing anything on here, and these are going to be only going up in price. So there you go.
Yeah, because don't forget, I think we'll be due a price increase for Rolex in May, won't we?
Oh yes. Oh, we missed a price increase last year.
Yeah.
So it's coming, and this not only is it going to become even more expensive because of the price increase, but also because how rare these are. And like, look, I like the Paul Newman variant because of how I think it's considered to be horologically more collectible. But the black eyes with the gold dial, it just looks perfect.
So there was no price increase last year.
No.
No, none. They froze it.
So Rolex do care.
Yeah.
Wow.
Rolex, they're so
Okay.
cool.
So
Can I tell you something? They're very strategic. If they see everyone down, they're not going to go and slap another whatever onto the watches, right? Because everyone is having a tough time. That's a stupid move on theirs and a greedy move. But as a business thing, I wouldn't surprise me if they did it. But they're very strategic in the way they do things. We all know this, so it's not a surprise that they didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. No, they're really cool. They're really cool. Watches and giggles, you can get 2 Daytonas. Hard, but not impossible.
Two-tone.
I mean, I think the really cool thing about doing this kind of trade is that he kind of refreshes his journey. I mean, and let's be honest, he doesn't trade them in for some, some shitter, or like I wouldn't tell him, like I wouldn't even tell him to trade these in for Submariner, full gold Submariner, because I think it would be like Submariner, Submariner is cool, or even for a day date. I wouldn't trade all of those pieces in for a day date because none of those Rolex watches have kind of the status that the Daytona has and how collectible they
you're
are.
right. The thing is, all the Daytonas at the moment, like you said,
Yeah.
all are ridiculously up in price. So
Yeah.
the logical thing to do is, they're going to go even higher again.
Oh yeah.
So the logical thing, more than the actual full gold Submariner, they go above more than the Submariner. So
Yeah.
logically, and obviously you got to like it, as well. You can't just go, oh yeah, because it's going up in value and all the rest of it. You've got to really like the watch itself. But logically, yeah, you wouldn't want to do that with any other watch. Like swap all those watches for just any Rolex, like you said, because this one here will, like you said, will go ridiculously up in price, regardless. It's just the way that Daytona is. So yeah, strategically, it's a smart move.
Yeah.
So this is going to be his one and done.
It's kind of one and done, and he's back. He's back on the market, on the hunt, so to speak.
Okay.
But there is a flip side to that. So if he continues the way he's going with the collection that he's got, which is a cool collection, it's a
very
brilliant
cool
collection.
Yes.
However, he's sailing sort of the he's sailing sort of midway. If he cashes in, goes into the Daytona, it's then setting the bar so high that his next piece is going to be cool. Do you know what I mean? He's then moved his entire collecting to the next level.
Yeah.
If he continues in the bracket he's in, the Tudor, he's never. I think the jump to the next level is going to be the hardest. Once he's at that next level, his next watch is then going to be a Submariner, or it's going to be a GMT Pepsi, or do you know what I mean? He's always going to be.
It could also actually give him a lot of kudos with the ADs. I mean, if he walks into the AD with a Daytona like that and says that he wants to get on the waiting list for something, I think they're more likely to get him onto something with a piece like this.
Oh, just you wait until my AD opens again. So we're in lockdown until the 12th. On the 12th, I'm going to my authorized dealer with the Panda, with the middle finger extended.
So funny.
No.
I'm retired from collecting. I don't need the Rolex AD.
Hey.
I've heard that before.
Yes,
I've heard that before, Showcase.
Well,
I'm not going to lose anything. And the Daytona is 9,000 above MSRP. Money is wise. Money-wise, it's a no-brainer. It's just about having just one. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But you're really gonna spending some time with that Daytona is gonna really make you appreciate that watch. I mean, there's just not if you have only one watch, there's something cool about people who have like one and done, right?
Oh,
Like,
100%. Yeah,
yeah,
100%.
it's one and done. What? Why do you need anything else? Technically, it could be like your one and done. You could retire like Showcase. You could just be like, I'm just a gold Daytona guy. Why would I ever need? Because anything else could feel like such a downgrade. Let's be honest. You can't go back down to tutor level because that's
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You're not going to have the gold Daytona
yeah,
and then at the same time think, oh right, I've got my Daytona. What am I going to buy next? Oh, I'm going to go and buy
Well,
a.
you
We're
could
gonna
you could do
explore
it.
one. Like that is,
No,
it's
but
like,
what I'm trying to say is, it depends on what your lifestyle's like. For example, mine, I'm in a kitchen, I've got my shop, whatever. I want a beater watch, right? So
yeah,
I've got the cheetah. See, I don't know what sort of lifestyle this gentleman's got, right? So he might be in an office, which it wouldn't matter. He could just use that one watch.
yeah,
With me, I needed that beater, so
yeah,
I needed to go down to that level and have that just to make sure that it's not going to bother me if I knock it, whatever happens to it.
yeah,
I know in the back of my mind it's not a stress, but when it all depends on your lifestyle and in how you live your life. You know what I mean? So you need certain watches. Say for example, like you, Tim, you like going hiking, you like doing things like that. You can also have what he wants to get, which is
yeah,
the gold Daytona, but you also need an Explorer, for example.
yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah. I
it
like that
all depends
Explorer.
on it all depends, I believe, on your lifestyle. As
Yeah.
Yeah,
in you can get that now, but say my lifestyle is like, I love to go camping. So I know I've got my gold Daytona. My next goal will be an Explorer, for example.
actually,
Or
like now that you said it,
yeah,
Explorer 2 would be a great addition
Yeah,
as his
100%.
yeah,
second watch. That would be so cool because he can have this super dressy, amazing watch, just absolute magic, and and like a literally a Rolex beater, the most beater watch that you can get,
exactly,
the Explorer
exactly,
2. And you can
exactly.
literally like that. The Explorer 2 could be your it's undercover. It's maybe I don't know. We don't know how the markets will change with the release of the new Explorer 2, but as the things are now, it is the
I
most
think
kind of robust.
I think for the normal public, it'll always be undercover
Mm,
because it's no offense to it, it's a beautiful
yeah.
watch. But
Oh,
for us, it's beautiful. We're collectors, for example, right?
yeah.
But for the normal public
Mm,
that don't collect and not really into watches, they wouldn't have a clue what the Explorer is. The
oh yeah.
Daytona, a lot of people do know, but the Explorer is like that undercover Rolex. People
Yeah.
do not realize what it is and what you got on your wrist. Only
And
a few
also
people would actually pull it out.
his wrists are on the chunkier side. He said 7.5.
Yeah.
So an Explorer
So
2 could be a it's like it's a good it's
perfect
gonna look
addition.
good on his wrist too.
Yeah. Because
Easy
it's
on the
split to
chunky.
42.
Easy on the chunky.
All right. He's got a big wrist. All right. Big wrist. Great point there. By the way, Casey, how you going, mate?
Hey, hey, good morning, guys.
How's things? Good
How's it
morning,
going?
my friend.
Hey, good, good. And
What?
congrats,
Uh,
Showcase. That was a really unbelievable move
Thank you.
on the
Thank you.
Panda.
Thank
Mm.
you.
I didn't notice he snuck you in there like while we were talking. So I thought like I said
Yeah, you
quick
guys,
hello.
you guys don't sleep, man. I wake up and you guys are online. I go to sleep, you guys are online. It's unbelievable.
I'm trying to keep up with Mr.2, man. I'm struggling here.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm turning into this YouTube nutcase, but Becky wants to say something to Showcase too.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you, Becky. What about Marco? Marco wants a congratulations too. Do you want to spend some time with Marco? He's a baller. He's got a no date sub. Oh no, sorry, Marco.
Oh, so great.
Oh my
Uh,
god, this is
SE,
wicked, man.
so Marco proposed a different type to go about this. He said, well, another option would be to trade in a few of those pieces that he had and get a two-tone Daytona instead, and then keep like 2 or 3 beaters. Maybe like, I don't know, maybe keep a Datejust or keep some.
yeah, the thing is, this gentleman must be, his heart must have been set onto getting this
Yeah.
particular Daytona,
Yeah.
you know. So
I mean-
in whatever we say, it's a good idea to us, but maybe not to him.
It's
know
I
what I
mean, these gold Daytonas, there's just so, it's just completely on a different level compared to like stainless steel. I mean, like Showcase and me, right? We got these stainless steel Daytonas.
Mm.
But I think, man, although they're Daytonas, a gold Daytona is just step above.
In the words of Archie Luxury, that is
Yeah.
a get the fike out of my way watch.
Yes.
By the way, guys, you should go back and watch last night's stream. Archie was so funny, man. He was talking about his food and stuff. He was hilarious last night. He was on fire.
I'll tell you something, Tim. One subject I wanted to talk to you about, because obviously you're a guy who, you've got an AD relationship. You've got a really good relationship. I'm a guy who fiked my relationship up and has taken to flicking the AD the bird.
Right.
So we are literally polar opposites in terms of how we buy watches. So I've just uploaded a video before I came on this stream of I worked out how much money I've spent on my Rolex collection. I worked out how much I spent on it, how much they are at retail, and how much over retail I've paid. So I've paid £16,900 over retail for five Rolex watches.
You could have had an additional Rolex.
I could. However, what level of spend do you have to have with an authorized dealer to get a Panda? How much jewelry and junk would I have had to buy to get the Panda?
No. Technically, I mean, I didn't buy any junk, any jewelry.
Yeah, but you own the AD.
You're a bit
No,
unique, Tim.
No, but the thing is, when you did it was a few years ago. It's not now.
I did, right?
You know what I mean?
When I got into the ADs very long time ago, right? It's like been 4 to 5 years ago. I think it's like 5 years ago. So, and it took time, right? So I think I don't think much has changed since then. The only difference that I think has changed is the time, how fast you can get these pieces. Okay, so whereas it took me a year, right? It took me 4 years to get the Panda. Now it'll probably take 8 years.
So my question would be, right, to you guys and to the panel, to everyone in the chat, are you better off spending $16,900 over retail to get a Sub 41, an Explorer 1, an Explorer 2, a GMT Batman, and a Panda? So you pay $16,900 over retail and you buy all that the same day. That day you want it, you can just go out and buy it. Or do you save $16,900 in the hope that the authorized dealer over the term of years will deliver on their promise? I'm genuinely curious because I opted, and I was forced into paying over retail because I fight my relationship up. So I was forced down that avenue. If I could have got them at retail, I'd have loved to, but I just wasn't prepared to, take it up the ass from the AD to get it. But I'm curious what you guys think. Would you pay?
You know what? You know what I would think? It depends how bad you really want it. So if you wanted it yesterday and you have the funds there and money's not an issue, yeah, no problem, man. Pay it. Done. You're sorted. I would. If money was an issue, if I wanted it that bad, that's the sort of person I am, I would go get it straight away. But if money was an issue and I'm thinking, well, should I spend that extra money or should I just sit there and wait and hold on and then I'll be, financially no problem. It wouldn't bother me. By doing that, it'll be a lot better for me. Well, then I'll do that. So it all depends on what circumstances you're in, I believe, anyway.
Just really
Hey,
quickly.
Showcase, I don't think you'll ever get...
No,
No, go ahead, Tim.
Okay, I was just gonna
No, Showcase,
plug-
I'm telling you... Now you go
Alright,
ahead.
okay.
You go ahead.
Let me plug the memberships and then we'll continue. Sorry, guys, if you're watching and you're liking the show, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also consider becoming a member. It's $4 per month. With that, you get the loyalty badges. Your names are going to be highlighted in the what's it called, in the chat. You also get access to the emojis. There's also going to be some exclusive behind kind of the scenes photos and stuff. And if you want to become that's for $4, and for $10 you get access to the WhatsApp group where the show basically goes on 24/7. So sorry about that. Sorry, KC. Please continue.
Yeah, Showcase. I was saying with 17K over retail, right? You'll never be able to get what you have now if you try it with the 80 route. You did very well.
That was, and that's. I've just released a video to that effect because I've basically said to people, anybody who hasn't got a relationship with an AD, who's wanting to get hot pieces, as long as they can see an end. If you're a guy like Marco, for instance, if Marco wanted to buy a piece today, one piece next year, and then keep on adding pieces for the next 20 years, by all means, get an AD relationship. But if you're a guy like me who just wants to own a set number, and the Panda is your grail, the Panda is like your limit, then I would suggest pay over retail, just do it, and then just say, right, that's cool, I'm done, I'm all good. The only problem is then, if like next week Rolex release a watch that I just have the hots for and think, God, that watch is awesome, I want that watch, then you're a little bit fyked because then you're forced to pay the hyperinflation. But that's the only time it goes against you.
You're getting to use the watches now, though, right? Which is a big key factor for me. I'm not interested in waiting for an undefined amount of time, which could be 6 months, it could be 2 years or more. I'm in love with the watch now. I want it in my possession. I want to enjoy it. And it's no secret that, I think I paid double for my Pepsi and, a market price for the Hulk. I wanted them. I want them in my possession, and I'm incredibly happy to have them now and to use and admire them. Who knows what's going to happen in 2 years' time? Something something could pop up in your life. You may not be able to afford to purchase it. Priorities change. You did not get to enjoy that timepiece.
Yeah.
Holy shit. SE 50 euro. Fike out of my way. God, I love you guys. Here's a token of my appreciation for the work you guys put in for all of us. Gotta follow up on the contributions fund for you, Marco. There you go. By the way, you can check it on the Watch Cardinal YouTube channel. And Marco's gonna I think he's watching, so he'll post the link. By the way, I'm not a gazillionaire. Have to work hard for my money. But I love you all. Man, SC, thank you so much. Thank you for your contributions and for your membership. It's highly appreciated. And this is what we're here for, to solve these horological problems. And I think definitely that Daytona right here.
But can I say something to Showcase?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
If I was in your position right now, Showcase, and I would have done exactly the same thing you done. And that's the honest truth. I would have done exactly what you done.
You've got to sort of second guess.
Back.
You've got to second guess yourself sometimes, because when like with the others, like with my Submariner, I mean, I paid 2,000 over retail for my Submariner, which it doesn't sit well. You feel uncomfortable, but you think, well, it saves me having to wait 2 years, or it saves me having to go into the authorized dealer and kiss their ass, and after years of flicking them the bird, having that conversation would be quite difficult. So it saves all that. But when it comes to like the Daytona, paying 20,000, when over here in the UK it's 10,500. I've paid 9,500 over retail. That doesn't sit well. That's when I really have to sort of second guess and talk to other people. It's very rare I will approach
Well,
other people.
I was in the same boat as you, Showcase, in the way where I was second guessing myself, and I messaged Mr. 2, you know, this, and I'm going, I don't know, should I do this? Because I still love my two-tone, I love my Navy timer. It wasn't about the money. It was more like I was second guessing myself because realistically, the watch when it came out, my watch then when it came out was only I think maybe 8,000 US, 9,000 US. I can't remember, 7,000 US. So it was I'm paying and I paid 18,000 US. You know, when I purchased it. So. I was in the same boat as you. I was second guessing myself. It's a substantial amount of money to pay for a watch that is going to cost me this much money I've got to trade in so much more to get it. And then I spoke to Mr. 2, and we had a good talk about it. And when I finished talking, I sat back and thought about it, and I thought, well, I've already said the reasons why to you guys already, but that's what was playing in my mind. I can understand what you're saying. Like, you think to yourself, well, I'm paying so much money. Should I be doing this? Should I try and wait again and do it? All these things always do, unfortunately, it's just because you are paying over. It's a normal human reaction to do what you do. You need to talk to somebody about it to make sure that you're doing the right thing. So what you're doing is perfectly normal, personally, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah.
You know?
It's just what it's done is I was always quite proud of the fact that I paid like just under 7,000 over retail for my Rolex collection. I was quite proud of that because I thought, well, I've done quite well. But then buying the Daytona has just bumped that up to 16,900. So I was saying, like, Jesus, that's big money. You know, that's a lot. I mean, 16.9. What's that? About 21 US over retail. That's
that is a substantial. But so I understand, man. I understand, man. So it's a normal reaction, and it's a normal thing to want to second guess yourself, to get reassurance that you're doing the right thing. And at the end of the day, you are doing the right thing. You know why? Because you're getting what you love, and you're getting what you want to get. And that's how I look at it, you know?
Yeah, like if you can afford, like for me, I would never be able to afford Daytona Panda over retail. It's just impossible. But if you can do it, and if you really love the watch, like I loved the watch. That's why I was so persistent to get it. I had to do it. I had to do it the way I had to do it. So it was the wait was worth for me, and I think it's a crazy amazing watch. And sometimes paying over retail, it's okay. It's okay. You know.
That's just at the end of the day, man.
And
Like I said, I would have done the same thing.
And I just wanted to make sure that when he gets it, that he wears it. That was my biggest problem. When he said that he's going to buy it and just keep it in the safe for investment purposes, I was like, no, don't do that, because
you should enjoy it.
You have to wear it, because this is why the price is so crazy. You take off another watch off the market, you put it in the safe, and then it makes fewer of them. It's not good. It drives the gray market even higher up.
It's okay to pay over retail.
We all do
This is a shout out to Dom in the audience.
Yeah.
Becky in accounts is having happy thoughts about you. Wearing Rolex.
Mr. Deano, thank God, no Birkin talk on Tim's channel. You just wait until I can afford one. But
Birmingham, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. It's a bunch of crazy talk, though.
Yeah. What did you think about that? The dilemma that SE is facing, swapping 4 watches plus 4,000 for a Daytona.
I mean, for me personally, it doesn't fit my lifestyle as much as I love it.
Yeah.
And then I also have a hard time because he said he had no other steel pieces, right?
He would have no steel pieces. This would be his. It's kind of like he starts collecting from the beginning.
Yeah,
but this time with the Daytona in the pocket.
And I feel like this is a capstone piece, not a cornerstone piece.
Yes.
To a collection, because I would need something more versatile than this. It's like because it's gold, so you can't be super rough with it, and then it's also on rubber, so I wouldn't wear it like with a suit, like in a more formal.
I actually kind of
setting.
There were some images that Marco brought up. It looked so sexy with the suit, but I recommended like my recommendation was okay, get this, and then then get the Explorer 2 to go along with this watch.
Yeah, but I would probably get the Explorer 2 first.
Before oh no, he has to move quickly because this is if the price increase happens, it's just a couple of percentage points are going to drive because there hasn't been a Rolex price increase yet.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. I try not to. You've heard of the FOMO.
Mm?
The FOMO.
What is FOMO?
It's the fear of missing out.
Ah.
And so if you get the FOMO, it's like oh, you got to act now. You got to what I mean. And sometimes it causes people to make financial mistakes. Yeah. So I'm really patient with collecting. I'm more in the camp of I don't want to pay over retail.
I think FOMO
I don't want
is true with every other watch except the Daytonas.
I mean, eventually though, it wasn't this. Well, I guess for the Panda, it's been pretty hard to get, but
yeah. But also, like everything is just the stock. I remember there was a point in time. I think it was Mr.2, who pointed out that on Chrono 24. Oh no, it was Tenziel. Sorry, so it was Tenziel. And he told Archie, "Hey, can you look at these pandas on Chrono 24?" And there was like 400, or like there was a lot of them. There was like 400 of them. And now there's like nothing left. There's nothing left. It's all the market dried up.
But my reluctance to pay like way over retail, like I feel
it's not way over retail. Actually, he's paying almost. It's only $2,000 for him over retail. That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's bargain. Box and papers, minty.
It's like the principle of it is as much as I think the Daytona is an awesome watch. I'm the kind of guy that would be like, okay, well let's look at the Zenith Chronomaster.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I have this like hesitancy
we know because you have a nice collection. You have a whole bunch of nice robust pieces. Doing something like this is not for this. Not everyone is going to do something like this. You have to be super brave to do it. I think though it's so cool. It's so cool to do something like this. I don't have the guts. I would never have the guts to do it.
See, it goes back to what Bernhard and I was saying. It's all on your lifestyle, man. Like it depends on what lifestyle you lead to actually say, right, will I use this watch all the time or just every now and then? You know what I mean? So,
Mr. GMT, I have a question. Like, how many watches do you have? You have like 5, 6?
No. I've only got at the moment. I used to have 6, and now I've got 4.
Now you have 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a watch that would cause you to trade in all 4 pieces just for that one watch?
Ooh, good question.
That's a hard one.
That's what I want to know. This is actually a question for the chat as well. Is there a watch that you would trade your entire collection for? Consolidate everything you have in just one watch. What would it be? And what is your collection right now? So if you could type in like I have this watch plus this watch plus this watch, and then it equals to the final watch. I don't think Bear Clooney has a way too big of a collection. To be able to, I mean, if he consolidated his entire collection, I don't have no idea what it would be. It would be some kind of a insane $1 million piece.
Okay, but you're saying that the value of this one piece it has to be realistic. We're talking like similar price points, right? Like your whole collection is 30 grand. It's like, is there a 30 grand Is there one watch
Yeah.
that's $30,000 that I would trade for it?
Yeah.
No, not for me. There's not.
What? There's not a watch.
No, I'm thinking the same thing because I'm trying to think what watch would I actually get, and I can't think of one.
What about
I
like
can't think of one where
platinum
I'll be happy.
Daytona? But you're not
I-
interested in Daytonas. But
No, I'm not
I think
interested
I've
in
got
that
one.
no.
Mr. 2?
I think I have one. I have spoken about it before, so I think the collection of my watches market value is somewhere around 85,000 Australian dollars at the moment, right?
Mm.
A white gold meteorite GMT has popped up for sale for around 80,000.
Wow.
That would be tempting because I love the GMT and I really love the meteorite dial. You've got a piece of space on your wrist and it's limited. I mean, they're running out of that meteorite that they use to carve off
Just out of
slices.
curiosity,
That's
you know
right.
what? That again works back onto your lifestyle, and I reckon that would suit your lifestyle too.
What are you
You
saying?
know what I mean? As in,
I'm
you're
a space cadet.
no. Yes, it's exactly what I'm saying. No, it's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you're behind the desk. Your lifestyle is, office. You're not a massive outdoor person, are you? Are you? I don't know. Actually, I don't know that. Are you a massive outdoor person?
That sums it up nicely, I think.
I'll be right back.
So you're not. Okay. So you're not, right? So yeah, I could understand you doing that, and that wouldn't be a stupid move on your behalf because you'd be able to wear that all the time.
There's one of Archie's punters, what's his name? Bud the Stud. So he has one. He's got a massive collection though, very impressive. But he, I think, daily wore his meteorite GMT, and it's bashed to hell. There's scratches, dings, everything. He's really, really used it. So
it would be
they
nice
could be a
when
daily.
when Tim comes back to bring it up, to get him to bring it up so everyone can see it. Just so we know and we can all picture what you're saying, as in, so everyone knows exactly.
Yeah, some of the pictures it looks ugly because every single angle it has a different look to it with all the reflections. But I think it's just such a unique piece. But actually, Showcase, have you gone into the numbers around your Panda purchase?
Yes.
So over retail, how far did you go to get that piece?
So the Panda for me was 9,500 over retail, but over here in the UK, I mean, I paid 20, but over here in the UK, there's not many for sale at the moment, but they're up to, there's some like for 30,000, there's some at 28, but they seem to be selling around about 24,000.
Okay.
Which is why I was relatively happy with what I paid for it.
And that's Minty Box and Papers. What year?
2019.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
There was some clicking. Couldn't hear.
There's a scratching sound in the background. Yeah.
It's Showcase. Showcase is typing. Showcase is typing.
Showcase, try typing.
Okay.
I don't think so. No.
Tim, do me a favor. Drop the link in the chat again. My phone's about to go flat. I'll jump on the iPad.
Okay.
I'll just jump off.
Copy.
Hello, fellas. I'm back.
Well.
Hey, JJ.
Hey, JJ.
Howdy.
Can you, Tim? Can you bring up the GMT meteorite dial, please, so we can have a look
Yes.
at what Mr. 2 is talking about?
This one, right?
The one, Mr. 2?
Actually, let me do it on the Rolex website.
Yep.
Someone has an Explorer 2 listed for 20,000. Holy shit!
Hey, why not? Just try to be controversial.
They must be taking edibles.
Yeah. Bam.
What's the seller's first name? Tim.
And it says Tom left. I don't know who that is.
Tom left.
So this is for what? This is for white gold, right? Yep.
Yeah, that's it. So white gold, you got the Pepsi bezel, which I love.
Yeah.
That's my favorite bezel. And then you've got that unique meteorite dial where every single piece is different. And they carve this thing off a meteorite, and that meteorite is, it's dwindling away. It's going to run out at some point.
Yeah. Well, this watch is going for what? 60 grand on the secondary?
It's 80,000 Australian, so I don't know what that converts to. But that would be something that
I think
that would interest me.
I think I mentioned this piece a while ago that just it's so poetic. This watch has so much romance about it, because that piece of meteorite, it's been probably flying in space for billions of years, and here they put it into an amazing white gold. And also how white gold comes about,
it's so poetic.
It's
so
unbelievable.
poetic,
You know how difficult, Mr.2, you know how difficult it is to make white gold? Literally, you know what needs to happen? You know what needs to happen for white gold to exist? So basically, a star. Well, let me explain it. I'll explain it to you guys. For white gold to exist on the planet, right? There has to have been a star, a massive star. It had to have exploded. It spit all this matter into space.
Where's this going, Tim?
Yeah.
I don't see where this turned.
And then all that matter had to have combined, and created this universe that we have that we are living in. And there had to be, how little of the white gold there actually exists. It's just such a small quantity, and it took like 8 billions of years. Like literally, like,
must be
the
amazing
process,
on edibles.
The
It
process,
just
you
must
have
be.
to literally take edibles in order to understand all the events that had to have happened.
That's good.
Thank you.
That's not where white gold
far
comes.
away with the man
Literally.
named Timwrite.
The white gold.
That's
you have to
not
think
how they
about it.
make it.
No, but for it to exist, they can't make white gold.
So
Yeah,
basically,
from outer
Rolex
yellow
goes up
gold
into
and
a
they-
spaceship and catches an
I
asteroid
know, but
with a chainsaw.
for the yellow gold, in order to make the yellow gold, the yellow gold comes from literally a star, that's supernova, and that matter.
E.T.
Yeah,
E.T. hands
literally.
me the meteorite.
Because
They dig it out of the
Rolex-
ground, Tim. What are you talking
Rolex
about? That's where
hired-
gold mines came from. They don't
Rolex
catch
hired
meteorites.
E.T. to come on a bicycle.
No.
So E.T. delivers you the meteorite GMT.
No.
E.T. phone home, E.T. phone Rolex.
I love you, Tim, but you're so crazy.
No.
Earth to Tim. Earth to
I'm
Tim.
talking about it's a couple of steps before. Do you know how?
No, Tim's saying like how it got in the ground. It's a theory. Yeah. No,
How it got into the ground in the first place. I'm not saying, but before it was in the ground, where it came from, and it had to have
Just a couple billion years before how they got
right,
it.
exactly.
Tim, they take a rock off the side of the road and they process it, and there's your meterite dial.
If you want to go back even
was-
further, if you want to go back even further, Tim, you can just say it all started with the Big Bang.
That's exactly my point. It's literally
I don't
this
subscribe to that
watch
theory.
harkens back to literally the beginning of the universe. That's how
When
insane.
God created our universe, when God
I know,
created, of course.
but not to
What is the
ruin
Big Bang nonsense?
not to ruin the poetry of Tim Wright's wake. That's the same thing with dirt though. So it's like if you're saying it was,
But it's not actually, because for the dirt to come about, a much smaller star had to have exploded. It's only no. It is. It's true. It's true. Actually, because
Tim, we're
when
go-
the universe
we're
was
going into
coming
realms of left
together,
and right again.
there was all this hydrogen that's in space, and the more hydrogen. No, I'm literally. I mean, I'm trying to explain something to you guys. Seriously.
Keep going.
So
Keep going. Don't stop. Keep
yeah,
going.
because the more hydrogen you have combining, the more gravity you have pulling it together, and to make something like gold, you had to have an extraordinary amount of hydrogen combining into a star and blowing up. I mean, these stars, they existed for like a couple of seconds because they were so big. You know how our sun, it's burning so long? It's because it's small. And the yeah. No, it is. That's
Because it's got
because it's small.
energizer batteries inside.
Yeah. It's burning so slowly because it's so big. And so what happens, the gravity that's pushing it together in on itself is it's very light push, and that's why our star
Thank you
will
for your
never
time,
produce
Tim,
gold.
but I will not be investing with you today. Thank you.
Don't invest into our sun if you want to make gold, because when our sun goes bang, there will be no gold because it's not big enough. But in the beginning they had these massive
I
stars.
think
They came
if that
about.
sun goes bang, I don't think we'll be around.
Hey, no. But this is why I freaking I don't just love gold watches because of this. But you have not just the gold watch, and you have to think about like what it took to make the gold that's in these watches, but also a meteorite that was flying through space. I mean, and then the human ingenuity that it took to put together the movement. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. That's why I freaking love the Meteor Dial GMT Master 2. It's just so cool.
Oh, I'm going to Google where white gold comes from.
George, Tim is tripping balls.
It's an alloy. White gold is an alloy. It's just an alloy. Or it could be gold plated.
Yeah.
But
there's
Rolex
gold,
has their
gold.
own foundry, so they actually, if you scratch, same with Patek, if you scratch their gold, it's just more white gold.
Yeah, there's a difference between how like gold naturally was formed in space versus like taking like pure yellow gold and bleaching it to make white gold in a lab. But yeah, most precious metals, they're.
But we can't make gold out of hydrogen on Earth. That's my point. It's impossible.
No.
Well, alchemy
the way the
hasn't
sun
been solved yet.
The way it was made.
There's only fool's gold for that.
Right. No bullshit. $5. Is it worth selling, trading a 116523 for pre-ceramic stainless steel Daytona? Let's bring it up.
Do you know, just while you're bringing that up, Tim, this is the only YouTube channel I ever come on sober and without edibles. And by the time I finish this stream, I feel absolutely fagged. I'm still recovering after the whole left and right escapade.
Man, those left and right, those things are so confusing. Let's be honest. It's impossible. All right, so let's see. For a pre-ceramic stainless steel Daytona. So he's talking about trading a two-tone for steel?
No, steel for two-tone.
Wait.
Oh, no, sorry. Yes. This for steel.
A two-tone for steel.
Right. With the steel bezel. I would
What do you
say
think?
yes, 100%. If it's got the new clasp, it's got to have the new clasp.
Yeah. If it's got a new clasp.
No, that's the pre-ceramic steel Daytona, not the new one.
Well, Zenith Daytona. Is he talking about Zenith Daytona?
No, Zenith Daytona is way too expensive. He's talking about
pre-ceramic stainless steel.
Yeah, because they made up to 2015, right? They made steel pre-ceramic Daytonas, didn't they? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
No, but
We pulled one up from David SW the other day.
Yeah.
Right, those ones exact, but not Zenith. It's just the Zenith-looking Daytonas, but they sell for about the same as a two-tone, I believe.
Like one of these,
correct,
right?
yeah.
This is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a sideways
yeah,
trade.
that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Yep.
Yeah, I think so. What you're trading here is the gold for the hype. I think on paper, right, the gold piece is just better because you have gold in it. You know, it's more expensive. Retail, you're comparing 17,000 to 13,000. But a stainless steel is just more wearable.
A lot of people don't understand the process of nuclear fusion that's required to make gold. So
yeah,
yeah, especially getting the gold in between the steel. I don't know how they do that. It's like perfect alignment, you know. How do they fuse it? I don't know.
I think what a lot of people don't understand is the efforts that Rolex actually go to put someone in a spaceship, send them out with a big net to catch it all and bring it back to Earth.
Right. Without it exploding, of course, as you re-enter the orbit.
Yeah.
Oh, SE, if all matter of the entire universe implodes, there will be a 1116518.
If you want to go if you guys want to go really deep into this, right? Does it not really upset you to think that one day there's going to be some natural catastrophe that's going to destroy all our watches?
Oh no, it will. There will be. The catastrophe is going. Yeah, and it's actually not going to be that long, that far off. We're probably not going to live long enough to see it. But just thinking about it, like, this planet. I mean, humans on this planet probably got 1,000 years to go.
I thought with global warming we're down to 8 now. Is it 8 or
Yeah,
7?
didn't
No,
Hogwarts say
I'm
we
just
were
It was
gonna be
12
dead
years. Yeah,
already?
we're done
No,
by 2016. I mean,
No. There will be people living in 8 years. It's just not to be civilization. I'm talking about like Wild West situation. Have you seen that movie, Mad Max?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
So
for
we're
all
gonna
and all
have
for
that
one?
type of thing.
Mad Max.
If you call that living, okay, but there's gonna be like humans. I'm talking about in 1,000 years, no humans are gonna live here. So.
Tim, we'll already be on Mars. We ain't got to worry about Earth. Who cares?
Oh man, I hope so. I hope so.
I'm thinking it's going to be more like Kevin Costner in Waterworld.
By the way, I got dinged for these sounds. Did you know that? Yesterday I got dinged for the sound. This was the first time a copyright claim. Yeah.
From my sounds.
No, it wasn't from your sound. It was for Stevens. He played some music. He said 3 seconds.
I try to keep it under 3 seconds, but if we also talk over the sounds, it stuffs up the processing of it.
I think so. But they dinged me. I had
what was Steven
kind of
what did he play?
No?
Let me see what was the claim. Let me just pull it up if you guys are interested. But
By the way,
answer the no bullshit question is that it is worth it. It is worth it in some ways. It's worth it if you prefer the stainless steel version over the two-tone. But if you prefer a two-tone, so it's a sideways trade. It's like
that's a hard one. They trade for the same here, so you can get the newer two-tone for the same price as the older full steel version. But then, are you opening a can of worms? You've got an older watch; it's going to need servicing. That's a tough one. I don't know if I'd necessarily jump at that one. Plus, I like the newer bezel; it's more readable. The text is a lot more bold. Just looks a lot more modern.
Yeah.
Steel's a better investment. Steel sports.
For now, at the moment.
For now, yes.
Speaking of copyright strike, you know Kevin O'Leary took down Bear Clooney's new vid. His thugs went after.
What was Bear? So, what was the?
He mentioned Bear in a Teddy Baldassar vid, like he did a recent video with Teddy Baldassar, saying that he has no idea what he's talking about watches. And apparently they just dinged him for it. I don't know. I don't know what the specific reasoning. Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know what the specific reason is for. We have to ask Bear. But
holy shit!
Like he didn't use anything from Kevin O'Leary that I know of. All I know is he just used his name. That was it. It was funny. He's like, they were doing like a segment on affordable watches, and he pulls out a rainbow Daytona. He's like, such a good investment. You know, he's like, I called my AD and asked for 2 of them. Unfortunately, they couldn't respond.
Wow. Holy shit. Huh. Okay. So did we actually answer his question though? Is it worth?
Yes.
I think the answer is if you prefer one over the other. For my answer,
that's not an answer. He's asking your opinion, Tim. Yes or no? Which one?
So I give him two answers. The first answer is
yes and no.
Yes and no. Yeah.
Yes if you prefer it. Yes
But
if you prefer it. No if you don't. Right.
This is in the heat of the moment, though, right? Currently, steel is the way to go. However, trends change.
Right.
How do we know that gold is not going to make a comeback?
Exactly.
And two tones are going to, pick up on some of that hype.
Because
that's why my answer is this.
There's a long enough track record.
If you have the two-tone, but you personally prefer the stainless steel, do it so that you have the one that you enjoy wearing. If you have the steel and you want to get the better kind of bang per buck, because the two-tone is better. I mean, it's better on paper. It's two-tone. It's got gold in it. And if you want to get the two-tone because it's better value, in some ways you get a better watch, then do it for that reason. So the reason is in your heart. The answer is in your heart.
The two-tone trend will come back because the people that are marketing and selling fashion run out of ideas. And so this is why you're seeing my kids are literally wanting to buy like 80s fashion stuff because it's cool.
What came before the Big Bang?
It didn't look good in the 80s either, but
what came before the Big Bang? The big date, I think. That's the answer.
The all-seeing and all-knowing.
It was the big date. No bullshit. Make me a Marco.
You make me a Marco. You make me a moderator right now, or I'm gonna kick your fucking ass.
This never gets old, Marco.
No, it's definitely getting old. Stop playing it.
The gift that keeps on giving.
It's the gift that keeps on paying. Thank you. It's so good.
I'm triggered.
Toyota Mo, what's up, Fikeroonies?
Trigger warning.
Trigger
warning. So showcase, right? What do you plan to do next after the Panda?
Nothing.
Ooh.
Just sit back and watch everybody else scramble for the new Rolex releases. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing what Tim does, because I have a feeling that Tim is going to be devastated on April 7th. 1, he's going to be out a bottle of Creed. 2, his dream of the Explorer 2 is going to be shattered. And 3, he's going to have to go back to his AD on his hands and knees begging for the Sermon. So no, I'm just looking forward to seeing what comes out. It's a nice feeling knowing that I'm just content with what I've got, and that whatever Rolex does doesn't affect me now. I'm over it.
SE has to go. Keep up the good work, brothers. Gotta take off. Hey, SE, thank you so much. Can you take some pictures and email them to me, because I want to see your current collection, and when you trade it off, make some content, and send it to me. I would really appreciate it. I think this was a very interesting discussion, and people will be super curious to see what happens, the results, the aftermath, the regret, or the excitement of the new watch. We want to know. Jimmy, 31 viewers. Congratulations. Thank you guys so much. And if you're enjoying the show, that's right. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps.
There's only 60 likes, guys. That means that 50% of you haven't left a like.
Showcase. This was in February.
Yep.
and I saved it as like a favorite photo.
Yeah.
Thinking like, okay, next one on my list is probably going to be the Speedmaster. And then you've went and just gone crazy.
I have done this before, to be fair.
Don't worry, guys. In about 6 months, the collection will change again. I can tell, James, you're not satisfied.
I'm waiting for it. Absolutely waiting for it. I'm rolling my eyes already.
I know. Marco, I can just tell.
Marco, 6 months. You actually give me 6 months. I'd be lucky to go 6 days.
Right, exactly. I mean, you're
Showcase
already
back into
changing
retirement
the
for
new
a week.
Speedy to the old Speedy, right? You haven't even gotten have you gotten the new or your old Speedy back?
No, it's due. I'm hoping mid next week.
There you go. So it's gonna the collection will change next week, guys.
Wow.
Well, it's still got a Speedy in it. Swapping one for the other.
Now you need another box though.
Hey,
well, no,
I
I've
missed,
got four in the box,
sorry.
one on the wrist, one on the winder.
I missed something. How come you're selling the Speedy showcase? You're getting a different Speedy? Is that what's happening?
I'm getting my 1861 back. So the 1861 that I had, I'm getting it back off the guy who I sold it to. The 3861 just isn't. It's technically on paper a better watch, but the bracelet's a little bit too feminine.
Oh boy.
The clasp is a bit too small.
Oh shoot!
Wow.
It's not cutting the mustard.
Wow.
No, the 1861. The 1861 is the moon. Well, it is the space watch. It is the NASA watch. The 3861 hasn't been to space. It's never going to go to space. The astronauts aren't wearing these things anymore.
So what you're saying, James, is for all the people who are looking to get the 3861, just wait a couple more months. Should be 30% off minimum.
Oh no! What I'll say is that for anyone who's wanting a Speedmaster who doesn't have this stupid anal level of nerdiness about NASA and about the Speedmaster, the 3861 is the better watch without doubt. It's just
what if you're going to put it on a strap?
Is Will here?
Well, do you know what? Right, I even got a strap. I even got a strap for it, and I've just got too big a wrist to pull off a strap.
Right. I'm just considering for myself because I always like to put a leather strap on it. Is it better to get the new one or the old one?
I'd say the new, because the new one, the 3861 movement is hackable.
Right.
It's a lot better timekeeping. It's a more attractive dial. It's a better watch. It is a
The
better
movement
watch,
finishing is also slightly better.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus, I have that other one with the 1861 movement coming, so I don't know how many of the same I want. You know.
That Tokyo 2020. Don't spark it too much, JJ. I might have that one in my future.
Turkey Vulture at Showcase.
Marco, hit
great
me up.
question by Angie. How's the Ed White coming along?
I'm not getting it.
What?
I'm turning the Ed White down. And
No.
Don't do that. Sell
He's
it.
doing it, Tim.
James, anybody will be
Against
willing
the
to buy
grain.
that over retail from you.
No.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man?
No.
James,
The
it
only
has to
one
be
that-
absolutely nuts.
I'll buy it from you, and I won't sell it, so you don't have to worry about pissing off your AD.
Well, I'll tell you what then, and I'll honor this to you guys. If I get the Ed White or the Snoopy, and I get offered it, I will take it and I'll pass it on to any of you guys at cost. How's that?
I'm in.
I'm in.
Too late.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
I tried on the Ed White at the Omega boutique last month. That is super nice. I really did like it. But that's when he said, we can take a deposit and we'll call you in about 4 years. It's like, oh, okay.
Right. But Mr.2, don't forget, there's only one watchmaker who can actually work on it. That's why I told James, you'd be crazy to pass out. Just take it and stick it in the safe, because the Snoopy is not investment grade. It's just a regular, like, different dial variation Speedmaster. The 321 is a proper investment grade Speedy for all the right reasons.
The Snoopy, the people who have invested in these Snoopies are going to be in for such a shock when the taps up a little bit more. They're set to fail. The hype has all been through COVID, and the 3861 movement is mass produced. The cases are mass produced. The only thing on that watch that isn't massively mass produced is the dial. They're in for such a shock when that watch drops because it isn't limited. It's not a limited edition.
But it's still a CNC machine dial, and you know what I mean? Like, it's still mass produced. It's not a...
Oh, yeah. They can happily make thousands of those watches in a month. You know, it's not a... It's rare to get at the moment, but it's not... I think people are thinking it's like the previous Snoopy. The previous Snoopy was limited. It was in short supply. There was massive demand. This watch, there's, you know... I just think the Snoopy is going to... disappoint a lot of people. I think a lot of people are buying in and they're going to get very disappointed.
And
Right. They
James,
think it's going to be like the old one where they're going to it's going to stay up in value so much. But once it starts, the supply starts catching up with the demand, that whole thing is going to come tumbling down.
Well, it happened with the No Time to Die. So the No Time to Die like yours, JJ, I mean, when that came out, it was super hyped. Everybody wanted that watch because it wasn't limited edition. And then what happened was demand overtook supply. It was hyped. Everybody thought it was going to be a hot piece. ADs were taking wait lists. They were taking deposits on it. Within a year, the supply caught up with demand, and now that watch is discounted. Now, I'm not saying...
I got
mine
discounted.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying that the Snoopy is going to be discounted. I don't think it ever will be discounted. But I don't think it's going to be in the AD windows. But I think if you were to ring 10 authorized dealers, you'd probably be able to get one inside of 4 weeks. In time. I don't mean now, I mean in time.
Yeah, my AD said the same thing that your guy said. He said the Ed White is going to be the hard one to get, the limited. The other one is the Snoopy's not. He said the only thing is so many people want the Snoopy that it's still very tough to get right now. But he said the same thing. Like eventually you'll be able to get one without a, it's going to be like pretty much preferred clients, or you're going to have to wait probably a couple of weeks, like you said, 4 to 6 weeks, something like that.
Oh.
But you know how Omega does it. They don't hold back supply. They load it up.
Oh shoot!
Amiga just want to put watches on people's wrists. That's what Amiga want to do. They want to sell watches and make money.
Yeah, the Swatch Group. Their business.
Mr. Deano has just become a staff writer of
Dino.
Huge Mr. Deano. Dino. Thank you, Mr. Deano, so much for becoming a member of my YouTube channel. That means really a lot. And thanks for everybody who has already subscribed. You guys are the reason that I'm able to keep doing these, keep pumping out the streams. You know, I had a crazy nosebleed today in the morning, and I was so kind of disheartened because I was like kind of feeling sick. But I came on here and I'm feeling great. Ooh, why is my wife angry? Hold on.
Because you're always
By the way,
Tim, when is she not angry, Tim? I mean,
Tim Birmingham just pointed out Archie is started streaming for 7:10. So in 7 minutes.
7 minutes. Great. We're gonna run for another 3 minutes, and then we'll give everybody a nice poop break.
A 3-minute poop break?
Yeah.
Who's going to do the after show today?
I am. I got to do a recap of the past week. An absolutely insane one. What a week. And a couple of collection reviews.
And then tomorrow is Sunday Fun Day, Easter edition.
Boy. I'm going hiking tomorrow.
You said the house is dirty, Tim.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Actually, so I'm gonna skip Archie's stream. I'm gonna give you guys the floors to, so you guys can have fun.
Mr. 2, where's the soundboard? Where's the
Beta?
Beta. Clean the house. Oh, maybe I'll join for 5 minutes just to say hello.
What penny do you wear, Tim?
What?
What penny?
He wears those sexy nurse outfits.
Do you have an outfit?
I have
sexy maid.
French maid outfit that I wear.
Ooh la la.
Hold on. Men's French.
He's gonna pull it up first.
I'll pull it up, guys. I have one of these that I wear.
It's a new low, guys. It's a new
what I
low.
look like.
Just hope nobody clicks to
There
the
you
end of the stream. Just hope no one randomly clicks to the end of the stream. Oh boy. What a disaster.
Yeah, this kind of looks like me. There you go.
What about the blonde-headed guy one?
That kind of looks like you. You mean the guy who's muscular?
This guy.
The second one. There you go.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's more you, Tim. That
That's
was
kind
you.
of that's me.
Oh boy, you got to carry the Birkin too
Oh my god.
for your cleaning supplies and stuff.
Red Shovel, guys, just saying. Red Shovel, 2 pounds, guys, just saying. What a great watch chat show. Thank you so much. I Nick J.
Oh, Tim, before you wrap up, I'd like to get Showcase's opinion on the Rising Sun watch, being that he's a resident Omega
Oh
expert.
yeah, yes. I'll pull it up. Rising Sun.
Do you know that the Tokyo?
Is that a stainless steel with the red bezel?
Yes, with that silvery kind of white dial.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, beautiful watch.
I just picked one up. It got held up in customs, but it'll be here Monday.
Ooh.
Did they sell that over in the US?
No, this was only released in Japan.
I was going to say, yeah, I didn't think it was beautiful.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
you could get
seen
it,
one in
but
person. I haven't seen one in person.
That looks
Alright.
orange.
yeah, it is a wonky picture. It's a bit more red, but yeah, I'm excited to get it. It's definitely going for more money in the US, but if you just wait and pay the customs fee, it's not too bad.
Beautiful.
Sexy. Look at that.
I like that, eh? That's nice.
I keep thinking, how cool would this be next to the new Snoopy with the blue? I don't know. I just think it'll be a good counterpart. I'm gonna become the new Speedy guy, being that James is the new Rolex guy. Somebody's got to be the new Speedy guy.
Hey! I'll never be a Rolex guy. I might own 5 and only one Omega, but I'm still an Omega guy. I'm not a Rolex fanboy.
With 1 Omega and 5 Rolex. 4 Rolex.
I refuse.
No worries, James. We're just busting your balls. We love you, man.
James, what edibles are you taking, bro?
He's due for a counseling session.
Let Archie read your soul.
He's in denial.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you everybody who joined me for today's stream. Thank you, Mr.2, Mr. GMT. Oh, Mr. Kermit GMT now. Excuse me. Thank you, JJ, Casey, Burbinghart, Marco, Showcase. Congratulations on the Panda. The Panda. Ah, sexy. And let's see that Kermit. There we go.
Beautiful.
Wow. Man's gotta do what he's got to do.
Yep. Go slip into that outfit, Tim, and get cleaning.
The sacrifices. And thank everybody who has super chatted tonight. Thank you for the new members. Thank you, Dom, Kermit Frog, Toyota Mo, Mac Rolex, Peter Richards, Red Shovel. Really love your banter. Toyota Mo. And I love this new guy. The new guy. This guy. Look in here. Red and black or blue and orange. This guy has been really cute. He's been really cute. He says he's wearing a $50 Swiss quartz watch. It's running near perfect time. Understated movements. Yeah, we'll talk about it. I want to talk to you about these $50 quartz watches maybe on the next show. We'll see it. Yeah, and I'm gonna end it here.